Hello everyone, welcome to India or Bharat, a great country with many different cultures, castes, creeds and religions, but they still live together. The world's most populous country is famous for its rich heritage, long history and of course its food delicacy. Today I'm here in the capital city, New Delhi. For the first video of India, I'm going to explore some popular heritage sites and must-see attractions for a 2-day itinerary for sightseeing within the city. Today is my first day to visit around Delhi. The weather is foggy and cold at 17 degrees Celsius. I'm taking this auto rickshaw from the hotel to visit the Jama Masjid in Old Delhi. Jama Masjid, one of the largest mosques in India, was built by Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan between 1644 and 1656. Made of red sandstone and marble, this gorgeous mosque has a huge courtyard that can easily accommodate 25,000 devotees at one time. 3 marble domes featuring golden funnels rise from its roof, which is very beautiful. The minarets are 40 meters high, one of which allows tourists to climb. The scenery of the bustling streets of Old Delhi can be seen from above. It looks amazing, but is a little blurry because of the foggy weather. Another historically significant architecture to explore in Old Delhi is the Red Fort. The entrance fee for Indian citizens and tourists from BIMSTEC countries is 35 Indian rupee. I'm from Myanmar, so I paid 35 Indian rupee. But for tourists from other countries, it is 600 Indian rupee, which is a little expensive. A UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Red Fort was also built by Shah Jahan in the mid-17th century. He moved his capital from Agra, left his residence at the Agra Fort, constructed a new walled city called Shah Jahanabad, naming it after himself, and built a new residence called the Red Fort. Then, it served as a residence to the Mughal rulers for nearly 200 years until the British took over the country. And it remains a significant tourist attraction for the city at this time. There are many different buildings and interesting places to explore inside. Since the complex is massive, lots of walking is needed inside it. But when you are tired from walking, it is good to take a break and sit in the lush green gardens and enjoy the vibe. Just a few minutes walk from the Red Fort, there is a bustling neighborhood called Chandni Chowk. Chandni Chowk Road is a vibrant bazaar, one of the oldest and busiest markets in Old Delhi. The narrow alleyways are crammed with small shops, either selling delicious serving of snacks and sweets or offering various products including clothes, electronics, jewelry, works of art, and home decoration items. This area is famous for its variety and authenticity of food and delicacies. So I'm thinking of spending my lunchtime here. Parante Wali Kali is a tiny alleyway packed with many kinds of food stores and shops, which are overcrowded. It is more crowded than I expected. Chandni Chowk was also constructed by Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan. Many of the shops here are over 100 years old and preserve the antiquity of old Delhi. Delhi Metro is another way to go around the city. I'm taking the train from Chandni Chowk station to Jama station to visit the Lodhi Garden. Lodhi Gardens, located in the heart of Delhi, is a large green park that houses the tombs of two Delhi Sultanate rulers, Muhammad Shah and Sikandar Lodi. The architecture is impressive. These tombs date back to the 15th century from the Lodhi dynasty 1451 to 1526. Lodhi Garden is a great place to relax after lunch and take a break from the constant chaos and loud horn honking in the city. It is among the best places for local people to come and enjoy their free time with families and friends. There is also a loop trail of 1.5 miles in the garden to walk around. It may take around 40 minutes to complete while exploring and listening to the birds singing. It is 5:30 p.m. now, but it is really dark already, and people are still visiting around the tombs. A few minutes walk from the garden, Khan Market is a popular shopping destination for the expat and diplomatic community in the city. A bustling gathering place for shoppers and tourists, this beautiful market is famous for its high-end products. The market is U-shaped and has many beautiful shops with 2 stories. The shop range from bookstores, jewelry, designer boutiques, bars, restaurants and cafes, beauty and wellness stores, etc. Bloom Cafe and Cakery is one of the most famous cakery in the market. I ordered 1 cheesecake and 1 orange juice. It cost 607 Indian rupee including tax. This is very expensive compared with a typical restaurant in India. But the good point is it is very clean and the cake is very delicious. It tastes so good. Khan Market is an excellent place to see a high-end market in New Delhi. But since the prices are very high, you can skip this one if you don't need to buy anything. So it is time to go back to my hotel. This is enough for today as I have many places to explore tomorrow. Good night. Another day for sightseeing in Delhi. The weather is cold and foggy on the first day of December. The city is vibrant as usual, with loud horns and crowded people everywhere. I'm here at New Delhi Metro Station to take the train. The first place for today is the sacred Lotus Temple. This beautiful white temple with a flower-like shade is the Baha'i house of worship that belongs to the Baha'i faith, one of the newest major religions in the world. Baha'i house of worship is a space for people of all religions to gather, reflect, and worship according to their way. Anyone may enter the temple irrespective of religious background, gender, or other distinctions, and it is free of charge for all tourists. Please expect long queues because they only allow a limited number of guests per visit inside the temple. Photos and videos are not allowed inside. All visitors need to deposit their shoes before entering. There is no altar, pulpit, picture, icon, or any statue inside the temple, but it was really peaceful and beautiful. Baha'is believe that there is only one God. The God educates humanity by sending divine teachers every once in a while. There are only around 10 Baha'i temples worldwide, and this temple is the only one in India. It has now become a prominent attraction with up to 100,000 visitors on some holidays. Another monument to visit in the city is Humayun's tomb. Built in 1570, Humayun's tomb, or the tomb of the second Mughal emperor, is of particular cultural significance as it was the first garden tomb on the Indian subcontinent, earlier than the Taj Mahal in Agra. The building is constructed from red sandstones, while the tomb is made of yellow and black marble. Strongly influenced by Persian architecture, Humayun's tomb was built by his widow Begum 14 years after his death. Persian and Indian craftsmen worked together to build the garden tomb, which was far grander than any tomb in the Islamic world at that time. There are many smaller buildings to explore in the complex. This one is called Babur Tomb, the tomb of the emperor's favorite royal Babur. Isa Khan's mosque and Isa Khan's tomb are also among the most beautiful buildings in the complex. From the 17th to the 19th centuries, the garden was gradually filled with the tombs of Humayun's descendants. Humayun's tomb is one of the best preserved Mughal Empire monuments and is the first example of its architecture in India. It is a must-visit monument for history and architecture enthusiasts. By the way, I'm starving now. I must find something to eat. I found this busy market just walking a few minutes from the Humayun's tomb, so I hope to find something to eat here. This is my first time eating biryani in India. It tastes so good. Rashtrapati Bhavan, the official residence of the President of India, is one of the biggest presidential houses in the world. With a total floor area of 200,000 square feet, it took 17 years for the construction to complete. There is a tour service to visit the inside area of the buildings, but you must book online in advance. I'm here just to take a look from the outside. It is 4:30 p.m. at the moment, but everything looks unclear and blurry because of the foggy weather and the city's air pollution. This area is called the Rajpath area or the Central Secretariat, the complex of many government offices and ministries. It is a 2.5 kilometers walk on the main road along the beautiful gardens between Rashtrapati Bhavan and India Gate, which can be easily visible from each other on a day with clear weather. India Gate, located at the eastern end of the Rajpath, is a war memorial and vast public park, and is also one of the most iconic landmarks in New Delhi. This 42 meters tall historical structure stands as a memorial for 90,000 soldiers of the British India Army who died between 1914 and 1921 in the First World War and the Third Anglo-Afghan War. India Gate is now a popular spot among the people of Delhi who enjoy their evenings and picnics with families and friends.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna.
By the way, I have to end this video here. Thanks for watching and see you again.